family. Good morning and welcome to another episode of Let's Catch Up with Sherani. I am here with my celebrity guest and friend, Dorcas Ogis. Dorcas, it's so wonderful to have you today.
Same here. Oi, family.
Dorcas and I like to tell you how I know my friend. So, family, Dorcas and I worked together for maybe about 10 years at a company. Dorcas is actually a human resources professional, as well as Dorcas is in a part of every non-profit organization that there is. You have such a good heart. I know you're always doing something for someone. So, Dorcas, what we want to discuss with our family today, we were discussing so many things this morning. So, family, we wanted to continue the conversation regarding raising children, non-biological children, like your stepchildren. So, Dorcas, I know you're married and you are raising your stepdaughter.
That's correct.
So, do you want to share with our family, like, how that experience has been for you thus far?
It's a wonderful experience. She is a very loving child.
Oh.
Very loving. Of course, with everything comes challenges, like any ordinary family. But she makes it a little easy.
Oh, wonderful. How old is she?
She's currently 10.
Oh, 10 years old. So you're not in that stage where she's a teenager, when she's...
We're not in that stage, but we are in that stage.
Really?
Yes, it is.
Because, these kids nowadays, they're 10 going on 20.
That's where she's at.
They're so mature. So how was the integration, or should I say the joining of the family with you now stepping into that mommy role?
For me, I find it was a little easy because, like I said earlier, she's a very loving child. And she steals your heart. You will meet her at this moment and she will steal your heart. With kisses, with hugs. She always wants a kiss. She always wants a hug. She always wants you to tell her, I love you.
Aww.
And for me, that made it a little easy.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So, you said she's 10 years old and she's very loving. That's important. Do you find there's any competition, because remember she was with daddy before you came around? Do you find there's any competition, like, well, he's my daddy?
She wouldn't say it in that way, but you give my daddy more attention, or why didn't you prepare breakfast for me when you prepared breakfast for my daddy? So even if she doesn't say it directly, she will say things that relates to it, and okay, I should give her some time too.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I've never married anyone who has children, but I dated someone with children, and when that relationship was dissolved, it was very painful because not only did I lose the person, but the children. And you can't unlove children. It doesn't work like, okay, so that has dissolved, I no longer love the children. So that was very painful. Hopefully your marriage lasts forever. But do you ever worry that if that was to happen on like a divorce, like how you would deal with that? Because she's now your daughter. I mean, I see you everywhere with that child.
Even beyond just not being married, sometimes I think of, okay, when she gets to 13, when she gets to 16, is it going to be, I no longer want to be with Auntie Dorcas. I want to be with my mom. So sometimes you don't even need to go to the end where divorce is concerned, but what happens when she starts to get older? Will you no longer be important to her?
Wow. Interesting that you said that, because I didn't think about it like that. Yes, at some point she can choose to be with her mommy. So, but Dorcas, I think that you're doing a great job with your stepdaughter. I don't like to call children step,
I know what that's like. And sometimes I find myself in that same situation. People will ask me and I will say to some people, my daughter, but then I have to go back and say, well, she's my stepdaughter, because some people like, you do have a child? No, she's my stepdaughter.
Now, what about the stepmommy relationship? Because that could always be a bit sensitive as well.
Of course, there are going to be some challenges where that is concerned. But you deal with it, you move on, and I believe in always being the bigger person. So I don't let these things get under my skin. Right. And for me, while some persons, and I love to see when both the mom and the stepmom have a good relationship.
Yes.
It makes it easier for the child.
Yeah, when I hear that, I'm sorry, but as you said that, it reminds me of the story that Jada Pinkett Smith told with her husband Will and his ex-wife, and I think their oldest son Trey. So I think it can work. I think children deserve like an entire village, not just a mommy, but a stepmommy can love them and mold them and, guide them as well. So I think
it gives them the ability to see things from so many different angles.
Yes,
and it actually makes them into better beings. That life is not always perfect, but life can be perfect in whatever way you try to channel it.
You just got to do the best with what you have.
But wait. We've been here about 3 hours, right?
Yeah,
about 3 hours. I know you have a son.
Yes, I have a teenage boy. Yes.
So where is he?
Oh, he's sleeping. He went to bed at midnight, so he's gonna be up maybe about 5-6 in the afternoon.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah.
And you allow him to sleep until that time?
Well, he needs his rest. He's tired.
I know he ain't working. So rest from what?
From life. Life is exhausting.
And you call yourself a fit mother?
Wait, Dorcas, you come to my house and you insult my parenting abilities?
I'm telling you, your son cannot be asleep at that hour.
But my son can be asleep at any hour, Dorcas. He lives here, he's tired, he's resting. And I don't appreciate you.
He doesn't work.
No, but I don't appreciate you coming here and telling me how to mother my child. Listen, I don't want to go down that road. So I think we are going to go down that road. Security. Security. Dorcas, I do not want
you are better not. I'm not done with her. I am. I'm going with my wife. I'm not done with her. I'm going with my wife.
Wow. Some people are really disrespectful. Family, thank you for joining us for another episode of Let's Catch Up with Sherani. We'll see you again next time. Thank you.